Alright, anime. Welcome to the Anime Therapy Podcast. Welcome to the Anime Therapy Podcast, episode 16. That's the face he makes when I'm trying to do an intro, and you'll never see it. Matt, what's up?
Not much, man. It's winter 2023 anime season. Things are starting to come out.
Yeah.
I'm hyped. I think it's gonna be a good season this year, but we're not talking about winter 2023 anime. We are talking about a classic and then a hopefully classic at some point.
Yeah, we're talking about a summer of 1998. Mm-hmm. And then
I will say though, in current news, the voting for the Crunchyroll Awards for 2023 is going on right now. It'll be closed by the time this episode airs, but it will be interesting to see who ends up taking everything. Curious, we could talk about this more later, but
no, I'm gonna pull it up right now.
Okay.
So I finished Ranking of Kings like 10 minutes before we started recording.
Sure. Yep. That's how we do things here.
Yeah, that's right at the last minute.
Yes.
Yeah, unless it's Orski, then you just watch it all the next day.
Right.
At last, watch anime your way. Oh, it gives me a prompt of telling me like what do I prefer to watch, English or sub. That's cool. That's actually a cool new thing that Crunchyroll has done. Now, where is this voting?
So it's the Crunchyroll Anime Awards, and
there it is.
Yeah, and then you have all of the categories. So anime of the year are the following: Attack on Titan, season 4, part 2.
Mm-hmm.
Cyberpunk Edge Runners, the Entertainment District arc for Demon Slayer.
That was last year?
Yeah.
That's gonna win all of them, isn't it?
Licorice Recoil, which I haven't watched, but I put on my list because of this. Ranking of Kings, Part 2, and then Spy Family.
Oh, so Part 2 is... So I noticed when I was watching Ranking of Kings that there was an episode where Kage kind of just does like a recap of everything. I assumed that was like a mid-season break. Okay.
See, when I didn't appreciate how much those episodes are valuable when I was watching Trigun. And it's not for the reason you might think. It's more so I was watching Trigun this weekend and I was like, shit. I have like 11 more episodes. I haven't really watched anything. And then in Trigun, there's that recap episode and I'm like, thank God, skip. Yeah. All right, we're going to the next episode.
Yeah.
Because nothing happens here, and
I already remember. Yeah.
It's just Millie and Meryl being like, "Gosh, remember how we met Vash like a long time ago?" And I was like, "Cool recap."
Yeah, it's a pseudo recap episode where it's like it's not like just obviously a recap with a voiceover. It's like, remember that time, and then it's like a clip show of like the best of the year or whatever. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. So
this is interesting. I think that Demon Slayer fanboys are gonna come out in style.
Mm-hmm. I don't think Attack on Titan final season part 2. I don't think it's gonna be up there. I don't even think it's gonna be in the top 3. But I think my prediction.
Don't doubt Attack on Titan fans, I will say.
I'm not doubting them. I'm doubting everyone else that gave up on it in the part 1 of the final season. Mm-hmm. At least for me. Like, I plan on finishing the final season, but once it's all out and done, all these fanboys are like, oh, can't wait for that part 3 coming out, in a month. And it's like, oh, okay, well, once that's done, then that'll be cool. But I predict that the top 3 at least is going to be Edge Runners, I agree with you with the Demon Slayer thing. I think the fanboys are going to come out. It might be in the top three, but I think it will be Spy Family, Edge Runners, and Ranking of Kings. I think that'll be the top three. And out of those, I think Edge Runners will win.
I think I am also of the opinion that Edge Runners will win, but I think that Demon Slayer will be a close second.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
That happened so. That was winter of 2022, though. So, like the recency bias. That's why I think that. Well, Ranking of Kings was like May, so spring.
I think that recency bias sure is a thing, because just is. But I think that Demon Slayer is so widely popular. But I think that Edge Runners probably takes it just because. And I haven't watched Licorice Recoils. I just think that Edge Runners, it did something different, and it was about a a game that finally was playable.
Right, yeah.
After a couple years.
Well, and I'm surprised Edge Runners didn't get pushed back a couple of years before coming out too.
Yeah, I know, right?
So.
It had animation issues, and now we're doing Cyberpunk Edge Runners revamped.
Yeah, Edge Runners comes out, and everybody tries to watch it. It's like it's so buggy, I can't even watch it. I mean, I'm just gonna put a vote in right now for anime of the year, and it's honestly hard to pick for me because as much as I love the District arc, I don't care to give Demon Slayer any credits right now just because we've read the manga, and I will definitely be giving it votes in the years to come.
Later, yeah.
So it's really tough between Ranking of Kings and Spy Family for me. Because Ranking of Kings was so good.
I have voted for Edge Runners here.
Okay. I'm going to vote for Spy Family because I'm not a fan of recency bias. And that is the pinnacle of recency bias because I just finished it right before we recorded. Enter email to vote. What the fuck? Oh, okay. Well, good thing it's already saved. Cool. Yeah, so vote. There we go. And no, I'm not gonna do a Twitter vote because so I just went on to the next one, which is best original anime.
Yeah, and I've watched none of these.
I've also watched none of these, so I'm gonna skip this. No, you know what? I'm gonna give it to Birdie Wing Golf Girl Story by Bandai Namco Pictures. I don't know why I said Namco like that. Bandai Namco.
Honestly, I like these awards because it basically fuels my watch list, where it's like, haven't seen it, putting it on here. Because these animes are on here for good reasons.
For a reason, exactly.
And so you know what? I too am gonna support Birdie Wing Golf Girls.
Yeah. Let's go. Hell yeah. The people that have watched it are gonna love that. But Bandai Namco Pictures, I can't that's really cool to me. I didn't know that was a thing. Best character design?
Best character design.
Oh wow. So these are the artists, right? Of these animes. So we have, Matsushima for Demon Slayer. We have Nozaki for Ranking of Kings. We have Ishida for Cloverworks. Or, I'm sorry, for an anime that... Oh, for My Dress Up Darling. Yeah.
We got JoJo. That part's Stone Ocean.
Yeah, it's Stone Ocean. Spy Family.
Edge Runner.
And Cyberpunk Edge Runner. This is really difficult.
This is tough.
I'm torn between two.
My off the cuff. Now, I haven't seen Stone Ocean, so I really can't comment. I do need to watch that.
Oh, this is best character design. Okay.
Right. I am a big fan of Ranking of Kings and My Dress Up Darling for this.
So
I
now that I think about it real quick, it's best character design. I was thinking art style as a whole. So
Well, it's just like characters
so
all around.
if
Yeah.
it's character design, I might have to go with my dress up darling or JoJo's, because like I love the art style for Ranking of Kings, but character design. I mean, oh, I wanted to say this real quick. Uh, oh wait, let me have her name here. Queen Hilling started off as a character I didn't really like, but by the end of it, MILF energy, bro. Oh my god, dude. She just, she,
Damn.
she blew me away. So I might give it up for character design just for her, but I think I'm gonna go dress up darling. My dress up darling.
That is what I voted for as well.
Yeah. But JoJo's Part 6 has some. The thing is with why have I blanked on his name? What the fuck? Anyways, the creator of JoJo's, he's created some weird fucking characters, weird looking people. So I wouldn't say best, but definitely most creative. So he wins an award for most creative.
Yeah.
And best animation. Oh god.
Akebi Sailor Uniform I have not watched, but the rest I have. Okay. So it may not win Anime of the Year, but I do think that the Demon Slayer Entertainment arc had just some of the fucking best animation. Like, I just have to give it to that.
I'm not disagreeing with you. I agree. I mean, for me, this is more of a vote for Ufotable, or Ufotable, or however people say it. It's more an award for them because they have made like literally one of my top 10 favorite animes of all time, and I just have to give it up to them. They are doing something that no other animation studio even compares to. David Animation for JoJo's is the second closest, and Ufotable absolutely destroys it for me. What is this? Best new series. Well, Cyberpunk Edge Runners isn't really a new series, am I right?
Yeah, I mean, it's not really, but it is. The only one that I haven't seen off of here again is Licorice Recoil.
Okay. You've seen Call of the Night?
I have.
Okay.
Very good. I would highly recommend it.
And you've seen Ya Boy Kong Ming?
Oh yeah, I have.
Okay.
Come on.
All right.
Yeah, I kept up. I'm a fellow children. Hello. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
I know it's hip.
Including those, there's also. Sorry,
I'm still choosing my dress up darling.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. I'm also gonna pick my. It's close between Spy Family and my dress up darling, just in the fact that I love both of them. But my dress up darling was easily one of the best animes that whole year, and it wasn't even in best anime of the year.
I thought they kicked it out of the park with this one.
Yeah.
Like, you know, obviously I'm partial to slice of life, romantic comedy type stuff, and my dress up darling just did everything super well. I'm excited to see where that anime and the manga goes in the future.
Yeah, that's saying a lot for me too, because that's not my realm, and the fact that it wasn't even in best anime of the year, it wasn't even in there. But I do want to, just for the sake for the people that don't have it up on their screen because they won't be able to vote by the time this comes out, I am just going to say the contenders. So for best continuing series, I'm assuming you're just hitting next category after you vote. Okay. Best continuing series, we have Attack on Titan Final Season Part 2, Demon Slayer Entertainment District Arc, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Stone Ocean, Kaguya-sama Love is War. All right, well, I know what you're voting. One Piece and Made in Abyss Season 2.
This is for best continuing series.
Yeah.
Yes, I am a Kaguya-sama fanboy. I am voting for that. So.
Cool. Can you guess what I voted for?
One Piece.
No, 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 no. Dude,
No,
you
you
brought
gotta.
me up to be such a One Piece fan, and I'm really not even that much of a One Piece fan.
It's a JoJo's vote from
Oh,
you.
100%. 100%.
Yeah.
All right, so best opening sequence, we got
Oh, this is interesting.
Cheeky Cheeky Bon Bon, Mixed Nuts. I'm sorry, Cheeky Cheeky Bon Bon for the Ya Boy, Mixed Nuts for Spy Family, The Rumbling for Attack on Titan, Zonkyo Sanka for Demon Slayer, Fire, Fire for Edge Runners, and Naked Hero for Ranking of Kings. Bro, I'm totally letting recency bias hit me with this one. Naked Hero was so fucking good, dude. I listened to it every single time.
Alright, so mine, I'm gonna choose the same series if it's also in ending sequence as well. I the Spy Family OP and EP made me make a Spotify playlist for anime OPs and EPs.
Wow.
So I actually know some of the Japanese for that
Hey, there
those
you go.
songs.
Embracing the
So
weeb. Let's go.
yeah. So um yeah, I do like the Spy Family EP comedy more than I like the OP. But man, just they're both so good, man.
Yeah.
I'm always happy whenever I hear them. So
Yeah, I went with the Ranking of Kings, but Spy Family was definitely Spy Family tied for second for the Demon Slayer opening for me. They were both equally as good for me, but it also I hadn't listened to them in a while, but yeah. Are you in ending right now?
yeah, best ending sequence.
Yeah, comedy.
So for that, yeah, comedy's there for Spy Family. Akuma no Ko for Attack on Titan. Koyo no Yukie from My Dress Up Darling. My Heart Has Surrendered for Kaguya-sama. Yofu Kashino Uta for Call of the Night. And Kosha Beri Birioi for Komi Can't Communicate. Again, it's a comedy vote for me.
Yeah, I'm also doing it for the lols.
Also, that ending makes me so happy because not only is the music good, but the animation for Anya going throughout her day is just so goddamn cute.
And going to bed, and then
yeah,
it was really good.
dude, flying off into space and then she just tucks herself in, and I'm like,
we actually do remember we talked about it during the first draft that we did with Skylar.
yeah, because we talked about music.
Yeah, we talked about that outro, and yeah, it was good. I liked it. So we're on best score, which honestly,
music across the board.
It's unfortunate for me because music does play a huge role in my life, but when I'm watching a show, I don't really think about the music. It has to be something that I notice for me to actually like give it credit. A lot of times I don't even pay attention to the background music. I'm just trying to listen to what they're saying. So
this one, speaking as to somebody who does pay attention to music, is close between Edge Runners and Attack on Titan for me. I think that, oh man, I am probably giving it to Attack on Titan here, but as far as, I'm like very close to giving it to Edge Runners.
I'm gonna give it to Spy Family because I do really love the spy jazz, aesthetic. I love that, and the music definitely felt very like trumpet and sax and piano. I did really like that. That's one that I definitely noticed while I was watching it. The first part, at least. I haven't even actually watched all of the second part yet.
So then we go into best film. So we have Bubble, then Dragon Ball Super Superhero, Inyo, Jujutsu Kaisen 0, One Piece Film Red, and The Deer King. and I'm gonna vote for the only movie that I've seen, which is Jujutsu Kaisen 0. So
Why isn't quintessential quintuplets up here, bro? What's up with
yeah,
that?
these guys are pissing me off, man. Come on. It's a great movie to end a great anime.
Well,
SMH.
well,
These guys these guys are Izuki uh fucking fanboys. They are just like, this movie's trash. We're not putting it up here.
yeah. I'm gonna go for the one movie. I'm gonna vote for one of these movies because I haven't seen any of them. So I'm just gonna vote for One Piece Film Red. No,
Oh yeah.
actually, yeah, I started One Piece Film Red, but it was a terrible. It wasn't a torrent, but it was like someone posted on like one of the anime sites, and it was a recording of the movie theater's like picture and stuff. So I watched like the first 5 minutes, and I was like, I can't do this," but I'll do it since it's the only thing that I've seen even a piece of. I'd like to watch it though. Best anime song in general. Okay.
So again here, so we got Cheeky Cheeky Bon Bon for Ya Boy, comedy for Spy Family, My Nonfiction for Kaguya-sama, Shall We Dance for Shadow's House, The Rumbling for Attack on Titan, and New Genesis for the One Piece film.
Mm-hmm.
Personally, I'm gonna go with comedy here again. I just love that song so much. But The Rumbling, I gotta say, and I didn't say this too much in the opening, I fucking love The Rumbling.
Oh
Dude.
yeah.
That's such a good like Attack on Titan because it just starts off with that kind of like
Is it German?
da 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 da, and there's the drums in the background, and then you
Okay.
just hear some guy go da 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 da,
Oh, okay.
and then it just goes like it like super into it because it's just so, oh man, it just shivers, dude. It's so good.
Yeah, it sounds like something I would like. Maybe I'll just listen to the song itself.
Yeah, a song is awesome.
Okay.
Huge fan of it.
Then we got Best Director. I mean, I feel like it's really just going to be up to... Oh, never mind. This is an easy pick for me. So we have the directors for Entertainment Arc Demon Slayer. We have Cyberpunk Edge Runners. We have Final Season Part 2 Attack on Titan. We have Spy Family. We have Ranking of Kings. And what is that? Oh, Licorice Recoil. This is easy for me.
Ooh, let's hear it. Is it just Ranking of Kings?
Is Ranking of Kings for sure.
Ranking of Kings, yeah.
The way that the director definitely took... I haven't read the source material, but I'm assuming that he followed it pretty well. And the progression of... It's hard to differentiate between the story and the director. Because I don't know... I know what directors do when it comes to real movie or like actual movies. I don't know what directors do for anime because I just chalk it up to the animation, the voice acting, and the original source material. So I'm just gonna give it to Ranking of Kings because the way that it was created, the director did a good job.
Yeah, I think it's kind of tough because it's like, as you said, we really don't know what the director is doing here. For me, I'm gonna give it to Edge Runners, just because I do think that the product that came out of Edge Runners was so well done. If there was a bad director, it would have gotten messed up. So I'm just gonna give it to them.
Okay. Man, it almost seems like I should watch Edge Runners.
I mean, I think you should. Alright, this next one is hands down fucking easy choice. I've already locked in.
Okay, alright, so let's go through them real quick. So we
got... Oh, you go for it.
No, you go ahead.
Alright, we've got Eren Yeager. we know that guy. We've got Chisato Nishigiki, Kiki, from Licorice Recoil. Again, lots of nominations for that. Definitely gonna have to watch that.
Hmm.
We got Lloyd Forger. We got for Spy Family. David Martinez for Edge Runner. Marin Kitagawa from My Dress Up Darling. But then we've got Boji from
Boji.
Ranking of Kings, the boy.
Prince
We go to
Boji.
we go to war for Boji on this
Dude, I
podcast.
would give
Okay?
my life for
Yeah.
Boji. I straight
We-
up would give my life for him.
we stand him.
Yeah.
He's the king.
Oh my god, when you click on it too, it's a picture of him with his shirt off because he's giving his clothes to Kage.
It's so cute, man.
Boji is the best main character for sure of this last year. And let me just put in my vote for the worst.
Oh.
Nah, never mind. I don't want to create any enemies. It's Aaron Yeager.
What? He certainly became the worst out of these characters, I think.
Yeah. Who knows? I mean, you know.
But
all right, best
maybe he'll
supporting.
make a comeback.
Dude, best supporting character. What the fuck, man? All right, best supporting character. We have Hayasaka from Love Is War. Anya Forger. Oh, she's a support. How was Lloyd main character and Anya is supporting? Anyways, Anya Forger. We got Rebecca from Edge Runners. We have Tengen Uzui from Demon Slayer, and we have Your Forger and then the Your Forger from Spy Family. So we have the other two family members, and then we have Kage from Ranking of Kings. Before I read all of them, I saw Kage, and I was like, "Oh, easy." And then I read everything else. Not so easy anymore, honestly.
No, this is a tough category. For me,
I really like Korn.
man,
This is tough, man.
I think I'm gonna go Anya here.
Okay.
Man. It's like, looking at this, it's Anya, Kage, Rebecca for me.
Oh, see, for me, it's Anya, Kage, Tengen, Uzui, and Yor.
I mean, Tengen's a good character. Man, this is tough.
I mean, I think he's the best in that season. I really do.
Yeah.
I think he is the best in that season, which is like, this is about last season, right? This last year. And if it's about this last year, him being the best character of that season makes me want to vote for him. Kage is great. It's hard for me not to pick Kage because I love how supportive he is of Boji, because I would be Kage, right? Like, anybody who supports my boy is a friend of mine. And I love Anya. I think Anya's adorable, funny, you know. More than anything, she's funny, and she's the glue that keeps everything together. Yor is more of just a horny choice for me.
Yeah.
I mean,
You know what? You've convinced me here. I think personally, I like Anya the best out of these, but I think if I'm thinking, okay, who was the best supporting character, just kind of from a analytical perspective, I do think Tengen, because like the entertainment disregard doesn't happen without him. And yeah, you could say the same thing for lots of these characters, but like Tengen literally put the franchise on his back, and he was like, all
right, time to make this trek up Mount Everest, because I'm carrying this shit. Yeah, he that's his season. It's completely his season, and he's not even the main character. Yeah, I'm gonna from an analytical perspective, I'm gonna have to give it to him. He's such a daddy too. It's insane.
So that was best supporting character. Then the next category is must protect at all costs character. And we have Anya Forger, Boji, Kage, Kotaro Sato, Marin Kitagawa and Shoko Komi. So this is again very easy for me. It's a Boji vote, and I don't need to say anything else.
No, I've already voted. I'm already in the next.
Okay.
I already voted for Boji.
Well, next one.
Yeah, I already voted for Boji. That's insane. Best action. Ooh, now we're getting down to the action. So we have Attack on Titan. We have Cyberpunk Edge Runners. We have Demon Slayer. JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Stone Ocean. Licorice Recoil. And Spy Family.
Okay, best action.
Automatically, well, aside from the one that we're seeing on pretty much every list that we haven't seen, I'm cutting Spy Family. It has good action, but not best action. It's very fun and entertaining to watch, not the best action compared to the rest of this shit. Like, I'm torn between Demon Slayer and JoJo's, honestly. Because if we're talking about critically,
yeah.
Shit, Demon Slayer really. But I haven't watched part 2 of Attack on Titan, and that's very much an action-heavy anime.
Yeah, so. I'm torn between Attack on Titan, Edge Runners, and Demon Slayer here.
If you want,
man,
I will put my vote for Demon Slayer, so you just have to pick between Attack on Titan and Edge Runners if you want.
I will take. You know what? I think I like the action in Edge Runners, but I think Edge Runners had a lot more to it. I mean, the action sequences were fantastic, but for me, like, Attack on Titan is like,
yeah,
it's just awesome.
Honestly, it hurts for me to vote for Demon Slayer over JoJo's, but they are top 2 for me. Part 6 had great action. The thing is with JoJo's, it's not always about the action. It's about the in-between the actions, right? The shit talks, or the weird comments that they make, or the explaining of their powers, or it's and the animation of all of that. It's never really the fight itself. It's what's the fight about? Why is there a fight? And, you know, can they figure out what the enemy stand does before they either explain it themselves or, you know, they win. Yeah. So Demon Slayer for me, and you said Attack on Titan for you?
Yeah.
Nice. All right. So we got best comedy. We're almost done here, actually.
Yeah, we are. So best comedy, we've got Kaguya-sama Love is War, Ultra Romantic, Kotaro Lives Alone, My Dress Up Darling, Spy Family, Uncle from Another World, which I haven't watched, but I'm definitely gonna watch that. That sounds hilarious.
It's so
and your
funny.
boy Kongming. For me, this is a Kaguya-sama vote. I just love.
You're just a stan. It's okay. We get it.
I am a stan, but I do think that the show does comedy really, really well, and especially this last season too. I had a great time watching this.
I'm torn. I really am, because I laughed a lot watching Spy Family, but I laughed even more with My Dress Up Darling.
Well.
But I laughed the most with Uncle from Another World, so I'm gonna vote for Uncle.
Did you actually watch the show?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. What? How was it? Is it good?
It's very funny, I will say.
Oh, okay, sure.
The main character is ugly as fuck. Like, if you throw an ugly character at me, he's immediately gonna be one of my favorite characters. It's heavily ecchi too. Like, there's no actual nudity, but they're heavily ecchi. It really turns the isekai genre on its head and is like, isekai is dumb, so we're going to play in the fact that we know that isekai is dumb. It's not too meta where it's annoying, you know how it could be like,
yeah,
all right, we get it, all right, we get that you get it, so continue. It doesn't do that. It's very entertaining, and the main character is just so dislikable that you kind of end up liking him, because you're like, will he ever get what he wants? Because what he wants is perverted and dumb.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Out of all of those, I laughed the most with that one, and then, yeah, My Dress Up Darling was so funny because it was an awkward kind of funny.
So then we go to Best Drama.
Mm-hmm.
And for Best Drama, we got 86 Part 2, Attack on Titan Final Season Part 2, Edge Runners, Dance Dance Dancer, Kotaro Lives Alone, and Made in Abyss, The Golden City of the Scorching Sun.
Can we just make a note that Dance Dance Dancer and Attack on Titan were both made by MAPPA. Also, where the fuck are our Chainsaw Mans at?
I think that is Chainsaw Man too late for this, or
No, it started in what, October?
Yeah, I guess so. Maybe the things just have to be fully released. I'm not sure.
Or maybe people just didn't like it.
I mean, it's basically part 1, so
Okay.
if they don't like it, they will like it eventually.
Yeah. Well, there's 2 new ones that we haven't seen before, which is 86 Part 2 and Dance Dance.
I am probably going to go with Attack on Titan here. I think that Edge Runners had a lot of good drama to it, but I think Attack on Titan has it on a grander scale, and that just makes it more dramatic. So, for me.
Well, you're gonna dislike my choice because I haven't seen any of these, and my choice is gonna be based off of something that I want to watch, which is Kotaro Lives Alone. I really want to watch that. I've heard nothing but great things, and I confused it with Ranking of Kings before I watched Ranking of Kings, and I was like, oh, this was that, this was that. I really want to watch it, so I'm just gonna vote for that. Just if it wins, awesome. If it doesn't, then congratulations, Edge Runners or Attack on Titan, because it's gonna be one of those.
Yeah.
All right, then we get to Best Fantasy. Ooh, we also have some more that we haven't seen already. So we have Demon Slayer, District Arc. We have Made in Abyss. We have Mushoku Tensei. We have Overlord Part 4. We have Ranking of Kings Part 2. And The Case Study of Vanitas Part 2.
For me, this is a Mushoku Tensei vote. It's just such a good fantasy anime, and you know, out of the ones that I have seen off this, has definitely impacted me the most out of as far as like a fantasy vibe. So.
You already voted. Oh, okay. Because I was gonna say, in the realm of fantasy, I think Ranking of Kings does it best. They really
have you
made.
Watched Mushoku Tensei?
I haven't, but I want to watch it just for the fan service, because I've seen some great fan service gifs of it, and pictures and characters, and some really ripped chick that only has like this much on it, and she's like, I don't know, it looks really cool. I'll watch it for her. I also want to watch Studio Bind because Studio Bind does amazing animation. But I think Ranking of Kings really gave us. It didn't. How do I want to word this? They made the world seem like a fantasy world without confusing us at all. You go in, and even before you see like demon or the orcs, or not even orcs, just like these different races and different creatures, and you know, the shadow clans of where Kage is from, before you even see any of those, you know that it's a fantasy world. And it felt like a fantasy world, and it didn't feel confusing at all. I was just like, yeah, this is, because I'm not really into fantasy that much in the realm of like medieval fantasy, or like royalty and stuff like that. I'm not really into that kind of fantasy. Like, I didn't even think about Demon Slayer being considered fantasy, which it definitely is, but I didn't even think about that. because it doesn't feel like what I think of as fantasy, which is medieval or like Avatar, right? Those definitely feel like fantasy.
I'll say I agree with you, everything that you're saying about Ranking of Kings, but once you watch Mushoku Tensei, you will understand why I voted for it over
Cool.
Ranking of Kings.
Sounds good.
So next it's my category, and we've got Best Romance.
I already voted.
And I'm so torn.
I already voted.
We've got Call of the Night. We've got Kaguya-sama Love is War. We got Komi Can't Communicate. We got Love After World Domination, which from what I've watched of it is hilarious and great so far. Shikamori is Not Just a Cutie, and My Dress Up Darling. Now, I'm a goddamn Kaguya-sama stan, and I'm having a tough time choosing between Kaguya-sama and My Dress Up Darling, because fuck, dude, the people at My Dress Up Darling did that relationship so well. I hate it.
So you're gonna go with Komi, right?
Not choosing Komi Can't Communicate here. You know what?
Do you want me to maybe sway you one way or another?
No, I've already voted for My Dress Up Darling.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, that's what I voted for too. Do you want to take a second just to decompose?
Sorry, all the Love is War stands out there. I have failed, but My Dress Up Darling is too good.
Yeah. So it doesn't tell us what the character is for this next one, but if you click on
here,
them,
if you click on them, yeah. So
what the
next
fuck I
one
just
is
said.
Best Voice. Yeah. Best Voice Artist Performance in Japanese.
In Japanese.
Japanese. We've got Atsumi Tanizaki, who voiced Anya.
Mm.
We got Chika Anzai, who voiced Chisato from Licorice Recoil. We've got Faruz Ai, who voiced Jolene.
Mm-hmm.
We've got Misaka Kuno, who voiced Faputa and Irumui.
Irumui? Yeah, Irumui.
Yeah.
Yep.
We got little Tanjiro.
Got Tanji.
Natsuki. Hane. And of course, our depressed boy Eren Yeager, Yuki Kaji.
I'm torn between two. Because Nope. So, believe it or not, despite how I feel about this current Attack on Titan shit, I've watched season 1 through 3 and 8 episodes of the first part of season 4, final season. Eren Yeager's voice acting is fucking amazing, dude. It is so good. That's why I'm torn. Torn between him and Jolene. Because Jolene's voice acting is also really fucking good. And I think, honestly, I have to just... I've been skipping on JoJo too much. This is just, like, it's so hard, and I want to give it to Eren Yeager because his voice acting is amazing. But I love JoJo's voice so much.
Attack on Titan, let's go.
Right, yeah.
I already voted for Eren.
Yeah. Anya was up there too. I love Anya's voice.
Now this last regular category is pretty fun. Because this is the English voice actors. And I've only heard one of these English voices. But, gotta give credit to where credit's due. We've got Zeno Robinson for
Well, what's
Gamma
the category?
2. It's Best Voice Artist Performance English.
Yeah, this is my category.
So it certainly is your category. Zeno Robinson, Gamma 2, Dragon Ball Super. We've got ProZD, a YouTuber that I really like.
Yeah, who
Super
voices
hilarious.
Kage, yeah.
Voiced Kage?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. That's awesome. We've got Charami Lei, who voices Kotaro, and Kotaro Lives Alone. Amanda Lee, who voices Marin from My Dress Up Darling. Natalie Van Sistine, who voices Yor, and Zach Aguilar, who voices David Martinez in Cyberpunk. And I'm voting for that one because that's the only one I've heard.
All right. Well, it's funny because I've actually only heard 2 of these because I did not watch Spy Family in English at all. I haven't heard it in English at all because when you hear Anya's voice, like there's no way I was gonna want to hear that in English. But it's for Yor, and I'm sure she has a great voice actress. But I have heard Amanda Lee because I watched the first 2 episodes in English, and then I watched the rest and then I restarted it in Japanese and watched it all in Japanese. It was good. Didn't blow me away. For me, it's ProZD for Kage. He did such a good job. And I watched Ranking of Kings in English pretty much the entire way. It was the first 2 episodes I watched in subbed. And I was getting anxious not doing 2 things at once, so I just watched it in English, and it was great. Oh, the voice acting in English for Ranking of Kings was also very good. The English voice acting was great, and my boy, my favorite voice actor of all time, English voice actor of all time, Christopher Sabat, is in Ranking of Kings.
Hey, very cool.
Yeah.
Who does he voice?
He voices Despa.
Ah!
He voices Prince
Nice.
Despa, and it is
Okay.
perfect. It is perfect because he's always talking about how beautiful he is, and just hearing that in Christopher Sabat's voice was great. I also didn't even recognize it the first episode. It was the second episode that you see Despa. I was like, or no, it was the first episode, but it's when he's like starts freaking out about the food that Boji made that was unedible.
Yeah.
That's when I was like, oh shit, that's Christopher Sabat. So yeah, voting for Kage's voice actor.
Awesome. And that's that. That is the 2023 Crunchyroll Awards.
Well, there's 2 special categories. Oh, will
Yeah,
be
but you
determined
can't
by.
click on them.
Ah, okay, gotcha.
Mhm.
All right, wow, yeah, cool. That was not planned.
Nope.
I had no
Off the
idea
cuff.
this is what we were gonna do. That's what we do, boy. We just off the cuff, boy. It's your boy.
Guys, he's going crazy. Help me.
Well, it was cool. Like I love this kind of shit, and the podcast that I used to listen to in high school, every year they would do like an awards for like, because they were all around for like geek media, so they would do like best video game DLC, best movie, best TV show, best YouTube video, stuff like that. So I always really liked hearing that every year, and I totally forgot about this. So if we're still here in a year, looking forward to doing it again. Not if,
Yeah.
when.
And yeah, when. I think that these awards are they're really great. Yeah, some people can get snubbed for this sort of stuff, and you can feel whatever way
Cough,
about
cough,
them.
Chainsaw Man,
But
cough, cough.
yeah, but as a part of the anime community, it's cool that to see the shows that I may have missed, like Licorice Recoil, like in all of the awards.
Yeah.
So they must be doing something good about it, right? But I didn't watch it, so it's cool to just like get those recommendations and see what things are all about.
Yeah.
And that's awesome.
Yeah.
So
I think we'll both be watching Licorice Recoil.
yeah, and a few other ones
Yeah.
on here as well.
Also, yeah, I'm gonna be watching Kotaro Lives Alone. Also, no Blue Lock at all. So maybe it is a time, because I think because they might have both been considered winter, they're probably considered winter
Definitely, yeah.
2023.
Uh-huh.
So next year, we'll probably see Blue Lock a lot. And hopefully Chainsaw Man. I'd like to vote for some Chainsaw Man stuff. It'll be the first MAPPA award that I give.
I mean, at least for the freaking music, like.
Oh yeah, yeah. I listen to was it Kickback?
Kickback, yeah.
Yeah, I listen to that in the car all the time.
So we did our pro tag draft last time, but this time we got to talk tasks, and we completed both of ours from last time.
Yeah.
So
With
I
plenty of
gave
time to
you-
spare too. I finished that so long ago.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you definitely at the beginning of this episode didn't say that you finished like 10 minutes. before
Hey,
we
listen,
started
I
recording.
contradict myself within the same episode. It's my thing.
Uh, um, so you were super giddy throughout the Crunchyroll Awards about Ranking of Kings. So why don't we start with you, man? Sounds like you had a good time.
Well, I think I think I said pretty much most of what I could say, but I'll go into some details. I absolutely love Ranking of Kings. I would probably give it, honestly, a 10 out of 10. Probably give it a 10 out of 10.
That's what I'm talking about.
First 10 out of 10 for me for our tasks that we've started doing.
I love it.
For sure 10 out of 10. It is so well animated too. Like, you do not expect the action sequences to go as hard as they do, what they fucking do. Like, in the very first episode when King Daida, or Prince Daida at the time, spars against Domus, and he like shakes his face like that, dude, it popped the fuck off. The character designs are amazing. I love the character designs. I love that King it was not Despa, it's Desha. Yeah, Desha. King Desha.
Yeah.
He was such a great looking character. Like, I loved his character design. He looked so evil. He looked so scary. The demon was scary, like actually scary. Like in those last two episodes, I was like, holy shit, he was terrifying.
Yeah. I love how in this show it was like, if you're a villain, you got a fucked up mouth.
Yeah. Yeah, that's actually like really fucking true because
Desha looks like you know that Mario Party game where you're trying to like
yeah.
make them
Yeah. Well, it's funny because he reminded me so much of like, he reminded me a combination of like One Piece character design with like the Wallace and Gromit, like when they talk, how it like comes off their face a little bit as they talk. And it's funny because what I wanted to say earlier, which would have been way funnier if I did it the first time and didn't have to clarify it, but how I felt about Queen Hilling. At first I was like, who the fuck is this Wallace and Gromit looking bitch? But then by the end of it, I was like, mommy, okay, she's hot.
Right.
I will say, kind of ridiculous how OP the healing shit was. Like, when I started the show, you're like 5 episodes in and you're like, this feels very Game of Thronesy. They're fighting over the throne. It's about kings. There's political conquest, and people are just dying. Like, main characters are just dying. Then it turns out nobody actually fucking dies, which is a little but I also don't care for this show. Normally, I would probably tack off a point for that, but I just they did it right. They did it right with the Ranking of Kings. That's pretty much all I have to say. Like, I think that it was done really well. It felt very Game of Thronesy, which was surprising. I was surprised at how, I don't want to say gory, but like bloody it got. Like, it seemed too pretty and cute of a show to go there, and it totally went there. I also love Domus's character design and just the way that he moved and talked, and resonates me with that he's deaf, but he can understand people by reading their lips. That's pretty much all I have to say. Kage, he's the best supporting character for sure. He gives his life for Boji, then he's my man, because I give my life for Boji. That's pretty much all I have to say. Easy said and done. 10 out of 10.
Wow.
Yeah.
Honestly, I wasn't expecting a 10. I gave it a 10 as well on my Mal
I
ranking.
wasn't expecting a 10, but 10's the right answer.
Yeah, but 10 is the right answer. That is correct. That's awesome. I'm glad you enjoyed it so much. Yeah, this is one of those where I was like, I feel like that, like, it's one of the perfect shows for me where it's just like everything hits right. But you could certainly nitpick things about the show, and that nitpicking could cause you to not like the show. So I'm glad that, nothing like that happened and you just kind of took it for.
Nothing bothered me of that entire show. Nothing bothered me, nothing pissed me off. I mean, I was shock faced. Like my face reacted to when Domus pushed Boji into the underground. I was like, what the fuck? What is this show? Yeah. Poor Daida.
So,
Poor Daida,
yeah.
becomes king, and then it's just like, nah, the old king is back, and you just have to sit in this dark void.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So
And sorry,
yeah, go for it.
last
No, no,
point, last point. I
yeah.
thought Daida was gonna piss me off because the very first episode, you're like, oh, this is gonna be like a Joffrey type, right? Like, he's just a dick and just annoying. No, he was actually pretty likable.
Yeah, I mean, he definitely pisses you off in the beginning because that's just how his character comes off. But as the story progresses, his character gets better.
Yeah,
So.
him choosing not to drink the potion, you would think, oh yeah, he's gonna drink the potion. And he's like, I'm not gonna drink this. What are you, crazy? I was like, oh, all right, respect.
Nice.
So how about you? How did you feel about Trigun?
All right, I'll get the bad things out of the way first.
Okay.
So you could tell that it's a 1998 anime when you watch it, because some of the animation is fucking god awful. There's like frames where it should be just like moving, like this, but instead it's like,
Yeah.
and you're like, oh man, that's really unfortunate.
It's pretty dated for sure, yeah.
Also, some of the dialogue is pretty fucking bad too. Like, I'm not gonna be like, man, this is really deep right now. This is crazy, And some of it you just kind of read and you're like, huh, that's okay, sure. But you get past that stuff, and I think, man, just the ride of Trigun is so nice overall, because I was like, you watch the first couple episodes and you think, huh, I see a poster of a guy with a gun and it's just him, right? And that's most of the Trigun stuff. But now this feels like a comedy, so it's like, okay. And then you start getting to know more and more of the characters, and then the comedy you start slowly dialing down the comedy, and you're like, okay, and you start slowly upticking the drama
Right.
behind it, right?
Yeah.
And the actual like, oh, there's a lot more going on here than I had originally thought.
Yeah.
And so, you start hearing towards the middle, the stories of these civilians, and, figuring out like, yeah, they've got hard lives down here, and there's a lot of crap that could go wrong. And then you watch the episode where it's basically kind of a flashback episode where you go through what Vash's past was, and how he has a twin brother, and his kind of relationship with Rem when they were on the ship, and how, Million Knives, or just Knives,
Mm-hmm.
is the basically polar opposite of Vash.
Yeah.
And so, you know, sends basically all of the ships to crash onto this planet, right? Um, and then Knives gets the better of Vash uh, one time, which when the reveal happens that they're like plants, I was like, oh shit, okay.
Yeah.
Not what I was expecting, but sure, this is cool. Um, and then the whole July massacre thing happens, but that's just because Knives was basically like, I'm gonna force you to use your plant power.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah.
and then
He's a son of a bitch. Like he
yeah,
really
oh,
is.
he's a real bastard.
Yeah.
That's for sure. And the whole hunting, like the gung ho guns,
Yeah.
uh,
Yeah.
arc with Legato,
Yeah.
that was really cool. Um, because over time, Vash had to get more serious, and it's like, you know, with I guess it's Legato, or Legato, I don't know what the pronunciation is. But there's that scene where towards the end where he's like, you know, you're gonna have to kill me, or I'm gonna kill Meryl and Millie. And
Right.
Vash is just like, bet, boom, shoots him in the head. And then he's just, Vash has to deal with he
Yeah,
thinks he
because
lost Rem.
yeah, because he doesn't ever want to shoot anyone,
Right.
right? And he's given an ultimatum, and that's like the worst thing you could do to the main character because they're if they make the right choice, someone dies. If they make the wrong choice, someone dies.
Right.
Yeah.
So
And he's such a goofy guy. Why you gotta
yeah,
do this to him?
yeah, it's very it's always the nice ones you gotta look out for.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
What are you trying to say, bro? I'm nice. What are you trying to say?
We all have our demons.
Oh my god. Sorry, that real quick that reminded me of a meme. Did you show it to me or did I? No, it was it was just like there, honey, it's okay. And the guy's like, I just I have demons inside me. It's like, oh, it's alright. I can call someone to help. Opens the door and just Inosuke just breaks through. He's like, where's the demon?
No, I didn't hear that. I didn't show you that, but that's pretty funny.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, and I mean, I think Vash is a really well-written character. I think Meryl and Millie, but for how kind of, oh, we have to make sure that Vash doesn't do anything bad. Oh no, a town blows up. Oh, our jobs are gonna be so upset. Oh,
Yeah.
that sort of shit in the beginning. They actually become like very, pivotal characters towards the end. Also, bro, why they have to do my boy Woodward like that?
What do you mean, dude?
What do you mean? What do you mean, dude?
What do you mean?
Like, he just fucking he's out here, doing his best, and you gotta
He's out
fucking
here doing his best.
and you gotta fucking show him like bloodily walking into a church with the cross on his, like he's Jesus, and he just kneels down and is like, I can't ask for forgiveness, but I just hope I see Millie in the next life. I was like, just full recline back, bruh. I was like, oh no.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Man,
He's such a good
transition.
supporting character. Like
Yeah,
he was such a
so
good like
man.
like with him and Vash, it was just it was a good combination.
Dude, that scene where it fades from him in the church and he's just laying still, and the next thing you hear is just Millie screaming, crying. I was just like, and then they end the episode at that.
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
just like, Fuck, dude.
Yeah.
Oh,
Would,
it
would,
hit me in my core.
would you send me on Discord? You were like, so I'm like 3 or 4 episodes in, and is this show supposed to be a comedy?
Yeah. No, I sent that in. And then I spoke to you someplace, I forget where, and I was like, this show's gonna hurt me eventually, and I don't know why, but it's gonna, and it did. It
Yeah.
hurt me,
Yep.
and
Dude, you got
and
you
I am
got
in pain.
you got to give those '90s animes credits. They really know how to keep you entertained, and then just completely stab you in the back with the emotion.
Yeah.
It's like the animation studios are Million Knives, so it's just
Yeah. So overall, I would recommend Trigon. It definitely has it. Like you watch it and you're like, wow, this sucks. Like
Yeah.
this little snippet sucks. And some of the characters are not very well thought out, you know. But some of the names are hilarious.
oh yeah,
I think overall, if I could do 0.5 ratings, I'd give it an 8.5.
not
But
bad.
but
More
on
than
Mal,
I thought you were gonna give it.
but on Mal, I'm giving it an 8.
Okay.
So
Yeah, I mean, Million Knives is pretty bad of a name.
yeah.
Millie Thompson, Meryl Streep, which is such a dope name.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's definitely it's closer to like Cowboy Bebop and Rurouni Kenshin. And then it's like if you were to combine the two, that's like kind of what it is, but like on a lower scale, I would say. Like the ridiculousness ramped up, the seriousness of it kind of toned down a bit, because Rurouni Kenshin, I feel, it's very similar, and I feel like Batosai the Manslayer, Rurouni, or Kenshin Himura, he definitely, I would say, went through more than Vash the Stampede, but he stuck to his guns, or his sword, I guess, or not to make a joke out of it, but where Vash, he was put in a position. He's put in many positions actually, but we don't have to get into that. Yeah, did you watch the movie by any chance?
I did not watch the movie.
Okay.
I did not realize there was a movie, so I have to go and watch that.
The movie was made in 2010.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Awesome. So
hopefully the animation isn't going to be as jarring to you.
Sure.
But cool. Well, it's awesome. I'm glad you enjoyed it, and Trigun definitely for everybody else out there is. It's a fun watch. Don't take it too seriously, and you should have a good time. And just know, yes.
So you need to take it seriously.
No. There's nothing serious in that show at all. It's just it's a comedy. Yeah. I'm glad
I have
you
an
liked
idea. Yeah, thanks. I have an idea for. So you know how we normally do recommendations to each other. I think it would be fun, maybe if we did a shorter anime recommendation for each other,
Mhm.
and then we picked an anime off of the Crunchyroll Awards thing that we wanted to watch.
And give us 2 weeks.
Yeah,
Okay.
give us 2 weeks for it.
Are you saying that because you really just want to watch Licorice Recoil?
I kind of do want to watch.
Ha! Found him out.
Yeah.
I knew where you were going from like the start. I thought you were gonna say we should just we should just both watch something that we both haven't watched and then talk about it. Which I was also open to that. But I really want you to watch what I've been trying to get to this week.
Right.
So my recommendation for you is a show called K.
Alright, we got K.
Which I did tell you about.
Yes.
It is so good. Although there is 2 seasons, so I'm sorry that it's not shorter, but you also have 2 weeks, and I think you'll like K to the point where you'll actually binge it.
How dare you? You're dead to me. Alright. Let's see here.
How dare you? You're dead to me? Is that what you said?
Zero is an easygoing teenager content with just being a student until his seemingly perfect life is halted when a bloodthirsty clan glowing red with fire attempts to kill him in the streets. Alright, I'm in. Man.
Where did you
You
read
son of a bitch!
that?
I just watched and reread all of Tokyo Revengers a few weeks ago. I'm up for more gang shit.
This is very much gang shit right here. But it's also beautiful. Like, it looks very, very good when you watch it. And there's also skateboarding in it a little bit, which I was like, fuck yeah, dude, that's so cool. That's right up my alley. Yeah, did you look it up on Mal by any chance?
I have not yet.
So I'll look it up, but you go ahead and give me what your recommendation is.
Okay. Let's see here. Ooh, I've got a couple. Okay. Well, first off, which one do you think you're gonna watch off of the Crunchyroll Awards? Do you think you're gonna do the Kotaro Lives Alone?
Yeah, it'll probably be Kotaro Lives Alone.
Mm-hmm.
But I like the idea of us both watching something new that we both haven't watched. So for the sake of next week, or how about this? This week we watch Licorice Recoil. We talk about that next week, and then the following week we talk about the tasks.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah, I'll
so
check
we'll
out Licorice Recoil too.
Both watch Recoil this week, and then I'll watch K, throughout that. Ooh, what do I want to give to you?
I kind of want either more fantasy or like maybe even like a shonen. If there's a shonen I haven't.
Okay.
Not like a battle anime,
Okay. More
if you
fantasy.
say Kobayashi Dragon Maid, I'll love you.
Have you seen that?
All I know is that season 2 completely shifts and turns into a battle anime, where season 1 was not a battle anime at all. I've seen parts of the first season.
I'll keep that in the repertoire back here. I'll give you Mushoku Tensei. You want some fantasy? You want some fantasy? Let's give you some fantasy.
Okay, cool. I'm excited.
Yeah.
Yes, because Studio Bind is also making a new anime that looks very appealing to me. Because of the way that certain things move. In a way that don't normally move that way in real life, but that's why we watch anime.
The physics.
Yeah. So, just so you know, K has a 7.44 on Mal.
Okay.
And it's ranked 1943. Not a good year.
Okay.
But
not a good year.
Popularity 235. So.
Great year.
Yeah, that was one of my favorites actually in history class. Yeah.
We loved it.
Yeah. Insert something historical in 235 right here.
So here, wow. So Mushoku Tensei, part 1 is rated 8.37.
Okay.
Ranked 191. Popularity is 121. Then part 2 is ranked 8.71. So ranked 48 and popularity 237.
Okay.
So.
All right.
So the people have said this is noise.
They've given it the noise stamp of approval.
They've given it the noise. Yeah.
Giving it the noise. So also just real quick, just so you know, it is 2 seasons for K, but it's 13 episodes each, so it's 26 episodes.
Okay.
Yeah.
That is awesome. Yeah, I'm seeing 1 season on Crunchyroll, so I'm wondering where season 2 is.
Do you have Hulu?
It's on Hulu? Okay.
Yes.
Cool.
At least
I have Hulu.
At least when I watched K, I watched it on Hulu. This was a while ago, so I'm just gonna log in real quick, and I'll just let you know.
Season 1 and season 2 are on Hulu. So.
Oh, they are. Okay, yeah.
We are big chillin'. Yep. And I have Hulu, so.
Awesome.
We're good there.
Hell yeah. Well, this was a good episode. I mean, totally random, but we did the Anime Awards for 2022. or the I guess the 2023 Anime Awards for the year of 2022, which was very fun. I enjoyed it. Good call on your part. I'm starting to lose my words, so
Hey, that's fine.
we can get out of here. Everybody, go watch Yu-Gi-Oh, dude. Like, I don't know how many fucking times I'm gonna say it, but like, fucking watch Yu-Gi-Oh, dude. Watch 5Ds and earlier, and that's all you need to watch. Also, I don't know if you knew this, but just like with GX, there was like a final season of GX that didn't get dubbed. Apparently, 5Ds had 1.5 or maybe even 2 seasons that also were not dubbed. That were not. So probably watch that too whenever I have fucking time. So yeah, you have a hot take?
Yeah, my hot take is Jaden beats Yugi at the end of GX.
Yeah, that's for sure a hot take. It took me a second. I was like, wait. Yeah, for sure he would. Wait, no. The king of games, no, fuck no.
Nah, dude. Come on, it's Jaden.
Yeah. Joey beats Jaden. Let's be real. That's a hot take.
Yeah, Yugi and Jaden are dueling at the end of GX, and Joey comes out of nowhere and it's just like Brooklyn Ray, and fucking punches Jaden in the face.
It's like alligator sword with kunai and chain. Alright, let's get the fuck out of here. Baby dragon, time wizard. Alright. We're definitely big fans of Joey. Alright. Episode 16. Thank you guys for joining us, and we're out of here. Adios.